Connector creates opportunities for people with disabilities by providing information, resources, and programming geared towards greater inclusion and quality of life. On Service Mondays, we highlight a local organization or initiative. On November 6th, it's Mashup Labs, and November 27th, it's Wavefront Community Center. Every third Monday is our Perspective series, where you'll hear from guest speakers on varying topics. Join us on November 20th to tune in to a discussion about navigating winter sports with a disability. Wednesdays are Chair Yoga with Bobby Seale-Kavitsky. Thursdays are Adaptive Fitness with Ocean Rehab and Fitness. Fridays are Contemporary Improv Dance Classes with Janice Lawrence. Every third Friday is a Growable presentation by the Disabled Independent Gardening Association. This month, we're learning about anti-inflammatory foods with Renee Chan. We have a new program starting this December, Creative Writing. Classes will be online Tuesdays at 4 p.m. PT. Join us for a Connector holiday party at the Brown House Community Arts and Recreation Center on December 6th. Visit the events calendar on Connector's website, connector.org, for more information and to register for events, or find us on Facebook.
Okay, you can start.
All right. Looks like a small gang today. Okay, well, hopefully my internet is okay. It was a little bit spotty earlier, but I hope that we're able to have uninterrupted internet for the whole time today, so you can see and hear me. If there are problems, you can always stick a message in the chat and just let me know that you're having trouble hearing me, and I might try to find another way to connect to the internet if that's an issue. So anyway, hi, I'm Julie Meier from Ocean Rehab and Fitness. I'm here to exercise with you today. Today I will be using a dowel for a portion of the class a little bit later on. I'll also be using 1 or 2 hand weights depending on the exercise today. So if you don't have hand weights in particular, you can use water bottles or soup cans, or just your own resistance of your body weight if you feel that it's best not to use a weight today, or maybe you have nothing handy. And I also have a small pillow, as I usually do, just for a little bit of hinged front support work for those of us who are going to do that today. So lots of different options available. We will get started on our warm-up. So I'm going to have you just sit nice and tall in your chair. Maybe you close your eyes for this first portion, taking a nice even breath in and an equally even breath out, focusing on the rise and fall of your chest, and maybe how every breath in makes the crown of your head get just a little bit closer to the ceiling. So breath in, get a little bit taller, breath out, release. Good, again, breath in, and an equal breath out. And one more like that, breath in, and a nice even breath out. You can keep your eyes closed if you like, and just take your hands to your belly, either one hand over top of the other or interlaced fingers as you wish. We're going to focus our breathing a little lower in our torso now. So thinking about every breath in, filling up your belly like a balloon, and every breath out, squeezing every last bit of air out, belly button towards backbone. So breath in, your belly fills like a balloon, breath out. Every breath squeezes the air out, belly button to backbone. Let's do 3 more like that. And 2. And 1.
Is there anything you want me to help you get?
I don't know.
All right. Okay. From here, we're going to take our shoulders up by our ears and then down our back. So just moving shoulder blades up our body and then down to set them in place. So for most of exercise today, we'll want those shoulders back and down, set into position so that the rest of our muscles can move optimally. In good posture. Good. So we'll do 2 more like that. And one. Next time you take your shoulders down, we're going to hold them there. And you'll just do a slow shoulder check over one shoulder. Slowly back to center. Over the other shoulder. And back. We'll do that a few times through. And one more time, looking over one shoulder, back to center, over the other. Good, just continuing with neck warm-ups. We'll look down towards our lap, to center, and up towards the ceiling. Let's do that a few times as well. And we'll do it one more. Good. And then lastly, for a neck warm up, we'll go around in some small circles. So neck circles. Nice and slow. And back the other direction. Good. Back to center, take those shoulders and set them in position again. And from here, we'll take our elbows out to the side, a wide W, pulling into narrow W, and back out again. So moving through thoracic spine and those shoulder blades a little bit here. You can make it a really active squeeze to bring your arms in towards you, and then an easy release, squeeze and release. So warming up through our lats, our side back muscles as well. We'll do 3, 2, and 1. Good. Just take those arms down, reset. We're going back to the exact same position, and we're going to do the opposite movement now. So now we're going to use shoulder muscles to press your arms up and then release easy on the way down. Press up, release. Good. So we're trying to activate those shoulder muscles, mid to front shoulder muscles for this exercise or warm up. Press, easy release. Let's do 2 more. And last one. Good. We're going to take those arms up to just about chest level for our next one and warm up with a press for the ceiling. So this one we're going to do easy on the way up, and then maybe you'll make a fist and pull on the way down. So we'll alternate sides on this one. Easy reach up, pull down. Maybe your shoulders are a bit sore today and you're moving through a smaller range of motion. That's totally fine. No need to reach all the way up overhead, whatever is comfortable for you, especially during warm up as our joints just get lubricated. Good. So for this one, the workload is on the way down. So we're reaching up, easy, squeeze, pull down, reach up, squeeze, and pull down. Good. We'll do 2 more here, each side. And 1. Excellent. And then just make sure those shoulders haven't crept up by your ears, keeping them down our back. We are getting ready to do the opposite of that. So maybe your fists are ready at the beginning for the press to the ceiling and then an easy release. Press up, release down. So that press towards the ceiling is where you're activating your front shoulder muscles. And we'll do 2 more per side here. And last one. All right, and then we're going to do the same thing to the front. So the first one we will do is easy reach forward and then a grab and pull back in. So easy forward reach, grab and pull in. We're aiming for low rib cage area. That's where our reach and pull is originating. And it's the muscles between our shoulder blades that are helping to pull that hand back in, pull that arm in towards you to the start position. Good. Let's do 2 more like that. And 1. All right. And then for this one, we will also do the opposite. So the opposite will be a push away like a punch and then an ease back in. So maybe you keep your fist the whole time, or maybe you open up for the return, but it's a press, return, press, return. So we're trying to get chest muscles activated here, press. Good. Let's do 3 more per side. 2. And 1, press and return, press and return. All right, hands to your lap for a moment. If you typically use a chest strap to help support you in your chair, if you have that on, the hinge will be just very small within range of whatever is good for your body today. If you are comfortable doing a little bit more hinge, we're going to do a little bit of hinging work here just to continue to activate through our core. And then we are getting ready to move into some bigger and heart-raising activities. So from here, hands are on our lap to start with, a small forward hinge. So from the hip crease, hinging forward. Your hands can be on your lap, or if you like that cue of hands at your hip crease, go right ahead. If this is feeling comfortable for you and you want to add extra, we are going to add our forward press that we were doing just a few moments ago with one hand or both hands at the same time. So if you need that forward support, hands on your lap, you'll continue with that. Or if you can do both hands at once, press and release, press and release. Awesome. We'll do 3 more. 2 and 1. And similarly to the side, we'll go up nice and tall. Hands can be kind of ready for action side to side here. First, we're going to do just a little bit of side flexion. So hips themselves nice and even on your chair. Good. And then whatever is best for you, if you need to add just a tiny bit of flexion as you press side to side, or maybe you're doing more, I'm going to do it with an open palm this time. That feels a little more natural for me. So press out, bring it in, press out. Let's do 3 more. And 2. And last one here. Excellent. All right, set to go. So I have a little bit of heart-raising activity planned for you today. Nothing too intense in the way of cardio. For a portion of it, we are going to be using our dowel, if you decide that's a good idea. If you don't have a dowel, maybe you're going to use a towel just to space your hands apart, or maybe you have something like a broomstick or a cane handy. Otherwise, we are going to start with just hands and no dowel needed at this moment. So I'm going to change tempos for our exercises that we do for the next little while. So if you can think about our first one as being a medium tempo, we're going to do some forward punches. So it won't all be boxing related today, but we're going to start with that. So if you are ready to go and you feel like you need a little bit more workload to get your heart rate up, you're going to start to maybe pick up the pace a little bit, but remember that this is our medium tempo. We'll go both faster and slower and challenge the muscles a little bit differently in doing that. Good. So forward punches. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Our faster is going to be per side. So quick little jabs. So one side, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go to the other side. Quick jabs. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to our medium tempo. Good. So of course, working at your own pace. If the pace that I am working at is either too fast or too slow for you, change it up accordingly, listening to your body. Good. 3, 2, and 1. We're going for those quick jabs again. Straight forward. We'll do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 onto the other side. Quick jabs. We'll do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Go back to that medium tempo one more time. And in a moment, we're going to slow it down. So you can think of slow motion as activating muscles in a different way, with an option of a little bit of a hinge when we slow things down as well. So we'll finish this off. We'll do 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to go for slow motion. So if you can imagine that we've slowed the camera way down and those punches have gotten slower, but lots more deliberate. So if you can think of those shoulder muscles really holding this punch in slow motion time. And then maybe you add a hinge so you can get a little bit more reach out of your punches. So still that slow motion, but extra focus on the muscles being used. Let's do 3 more like this. 2. And 1. Good. All right, shake that one out. We are going to have hands up a little bit more to the side than we did initially because our targets are now changing to cross body. So we'll do the same basic patterning. We're going to start with medium speed. So cross body move. Good. So get into a tempo that's comfortable for you. Trying to keep those shoulders facing forward for now. As we start to slow down the exercise at the end of this sequence, we'll start to add in maybe a little bit of trunk rotation, but for now, nice and tall, shoulders facing forward. Good. Let's do a few more here. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Let's add in quick jabs across. So quick jabs all on one side. Cross body. Good. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Same on the other. Switch to that other side. Quicker pace here. Good. We'll do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Back to alternating sides, medium tempo here. Good. Shoulders facing forward, utilizing that core as our arms move to keep nice and stable. Good. Let's go back to our single side, quicker move after this one here. So let's go quick moves, one side, cross body. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch to that other side, same thing. Good, a few more. We'll do 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more time in that medium tempo. So cross body. going to do 3 and 2 and 1. Good. We're slowing it way down, going into that slow motion mode. So coming cross body, using your chest muscle to squeeze that arm across, making it slow and deliberate. If a little bit of trunk rotation and forward hinge feels good for you, you will add that as well. Maybe your other hand is on your lap for a bit of stability. Good. We'll do 3 more. And 2. And last 1. Excellent. All right. Shake out those shoulders. Make sure they haven't crept up near your ears where we don't want them. I have 1 more in this sequence before we have a water break and grab our dowels for the next portion. So this one will be overhead punches. So we're going to go medium speed to start with. Maybe it's directly overhead. Maybe it's a bit of a diagonal. That's okay too. Looks good. Keep going. So again, this is our medium tempo, working at your own pace. Good. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. These are fairly big moves. So for our single side, which we're going to start on now, maybe you're not going quite all the way down. That's okay. Most of the way down, back up is just fine. Good. We'll do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch to the other side. Quicker move here. We'll do 4, 3, 2, and 1, going back to alternating arms, medium tempo. Okay, keep going. We'll do 3, 2, and 1. Back to those quick single side punches, so towards the ceiling. We're going to do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Switch it up, same on the other. Awesome. Almost done this one. Let's go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to alternating sides. 1 more time. Getting ready for our slow motion press. So for slow motion, we're going to slow it down and reach. Maybe it's an extended reach. So maybe if your shoulder's feeling good and you want to take that extra time to fully extend your arm, that's great. If you need to modify the move and not go so far up, just fine. And then if you want to add a little something extra, maybe you're getting a bit of a stretch through your lats and obliques, so your side muscles, as you reach up a little farther. So maybe you get a bit more reach as we slow it down. Good. Let's do last 2 per side. And last one. All right. Good. Shake out your hands, shake out your shoulders, grab a water break, and grab your dowel if you have that handy. Excellent. So we'll use the dowel just for a little while, and then we'll move into using some weights. So we're going to start with similar patterning, but we're going to do this first bit as a kayak, and then I'm going to change things up a little bit. So let's go medium tempo. kayak. So arms coming side to side, as wide as you need them to be comfortable, and clear your chair. All right, so if this is our medium tempo, our singles, so our quicker tempo is going to be side to side specific. So let's do 3 more. And 2. And last one here. And then pick a side. Let's go quick paddles. Again, for this one, I'm going to have you stay nice and upright, shoulders more or less square. So we'll do a bit of hinging and maybe a bit of rotation when we slow things down. But for now, these faster moves, I want the power to be through your arms because you're upright. Good. 3, 2, 1. Go to that other side. Side paddles all on this side. We'll do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to nice even side to side paddles. Medium tempo. So nice comfortable pace. I'm going to change it up, and we won't go through a higher tempo or a quicker tempo. We're going to move this to slow motion instead, with an option of a little bit of rotation. So you can start to slow down your moves. As you slow down your moves, maybe you exaggerate your arms so the paddle strokes get bigger. And then maybe as you dip that paddle in side to side, you're doing a bit of rotation through your trunk, just to challenge those core muscles a little bit more. Good, even slower. 3, 2, and 1. All right, bring it to center. Just shake out those shoulders a bit. I've got one more for you for now, and it's going to look a lot like our punches to the front, but this one is going to be with dowel in hand. So I'm going to take a little bit wider grip on my dowel. If you have an opportunity to do that as well, that might be helpful, but it's certainly fine if you have a shorter dowel that you're holding. It's okay to keep in a shoulder width position. So arms are going to be out to the front just slightly, shoulders low. I'm going to do a forward press. So this is like our punch, but now we're pressing the dowel forward instead. Okay, so we'll do 3 more. And 2, and 1. All right, for our quicker moves, we're going to do both arms at once. So it's going to look a little bit like the paint shaker. It's going to be out and in, out and in. So you can decide what feels good for you. You can keep it really close to body, nice and upright, or you can start to go a little bit farther away from your body each time, still with lots of speed. Good, and just like the last exercise, we'll just do this faster tempo once. So we're over in 3, 2, and 1. Go back to our single arm press. So pressing that dowel forward, one side and then the other. Good, we'll do 3 more per side there. 2, and last 1. All right, and then for our slow motion, our arms are slowly going to press that dowel forward and then bring it back in again. So once again, I will let you decide what's best for you. Maybe you're focused on that slow motion move. So that means chest muscles help to press your arms away. and mid back muscles between your shoulder blades pull the dowel back in towards you. If you are comfortable doing a little bit of a hinge in this position as well, maybe you're getting a little bit of extra reach with that dowel forward and then a pull back towards your chair back. Let's do 3 more here, slow motion. 2 and 1. Good, and then just shake it out. We are all done with the dowel for now. We probably won't use it again during our class today. I'm just going to grab another quick drink, and you can grab your weights as well. So for a portion, we'll use just 1 weight. And for a portion, we will use 2. Of course, if maybe you have a bit of a shoulder injury or are just feeling like it's best to just use body weight instead of an extra weight source today, that is totally fine. Okay. So, all right. Here we go. We're going to stay in the same sort of patterning. So with weights in hands, we have to be a little bit cautious as we speed up the moves. So we're going to work through this with lots of planning involved. Our bicep curls to start are going to be shoulders down, palms facing in towards each other, 1 arm at a time. Curl up, bring it down. So we're going to call this our medium tempo. Good. We'll do a few more at this tempo. Let's do 2 more per side. And last one. For our quicker move, we're going to shorten the exercise so that we don't have quite so far to go. So you're going to come all the way up to a comfortable level, so up near the top end of your bicep curl, and come about halfway down like you're setting the weights on a table. So we're going to go in this half movement, half a bicep curl, just the upper end. So this is our higher tempo, quicker tempo. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come all the way down. Reset those shoulders. Give me a few more bicep curls side to side. So back to our medium tempo, alternating sides. Good. We'll do 3 more here. And 2. And last one like this. Good. And then for our slow motion, we are just going to lift both weights at the same time into a slow motion bicep curl. So just activating our core a little bit more to help stabilize as our arms come up and come down. If you would like a little bit more muscles engaged in this, you might bring your elbows just slightly forward. So typically we don't do that for a bicep curl because it uses some shoulder muscles as well, and we want to focus on biceps. But for this particular slow motion exercise, a little bit of shoulder muscles engaging as well with lots of mindfulness is not a bad thing. So we'll do 2 more like that. And last one. Great. All right, from here, we are going to do the opposing muscle groups. So we just did biceps. We're going to do some tricep work next. If you like to be hinged a little bit and you need a little extra support, perhaps you'll grab a pillow now. If you need to be upright for this exercise, that is completely fine. So we are going to do basically the same thing, starting at elbows at a right angle, shoulders relaxed, and we are going to press back one side and then the other. Lots of control in this move, so I don't want to move too fast through this one. I want my triceps to have time to engage and get that elbow all the way straight, one side and then the other, full extension. Good, so we'll do a few more at this medium tempo. Let's do 3 more. And 2. And last one here. Good. All right, per side, we can do a bit of an abbreviated move too to make it a bit quicker. So whether you're upright or whether you're hinged for this one, we do have one weight available to help stabilize as well. So it may be on your knee or on the pillow that's on your lap if you need that. Shoulder is low, all the way out, halfway in. So a little bit quicker move within your own comfortable range, either hinged or seated upright. Good, so half lift. We'll do 3 more. 2 and 1. Good. And then we'll do the same on the other side. So most of the way extended, a little bit back, little pulses. Good. Making sure you keep those shoulders low. As that muscle gets tired, our shoulders tend to creep up near our ears a little bit. So those trapezius muscles working overtime, we'll try to keep them as relaxed as we can. Let's do 3 more. 2 and 1. Good, bring that in, reset those shoulders, getting ready for our slow motion exercise with our triceps. It will be both arms at once, doing a kickback. So perhaps you'll be upright for this one, pressing back, releasing forward, or you might be hinged for this one, pressing back, releasing forward. So your choice of setup for this exercise. Regardless, it's elbows bend, elbows straighten as you press back behind. Good. Slow it down to 4, 3, last 2, and last one here. Good. All right. Shake that one out. I have time for 2 more exercises. We are not going to use our change of tempos for these last 2 exercises before we leave lots of time for stretching. I will be upright for both of these. I won't be hinged, so I probably don't need my pillow anymore. The first one is for our trapezius muscles. So yes, they are generally tight and reactive, and we have a tendency as we're, working hard and getting a little bit tired to bring those shoulders up. But we often bring them up and curl to the front slightly. And what I want to do is open up through the chest and do a little bit of trapezius work that's to the back part of the muscle group. So what we're going to do for that, either with weights or without, is to take your hands down to your sides. They can be a little bit wide, wherever it's comfortable for you. Shoulders are set back and down to start with. And you can kind of imagine that the weights are actually behind you, tucked into your back pockets. And they are going to slide up out of your pockets and then back into your pockets. So as opposed to, and I'll show you this from the side, as opposed to our forward roll, which we don't want to do, we want this to be a back lift. So just a small shoulder shrug, but with the shoulders raising back as opposed to curling forward. So we're just going to do 4 more here. Maybe you even feel a little bit of stretch through your chest muscles as you do this one. Last 2 and 1. Good. All right. Shake that one out. Maybe you do a little side to side neck movement just to release. We'll make sure to stretch out our neck lots at the end. Last one each way. All right, and then our last weighted exercise, so resistance exercise for today, is rotator cuff. So we are going to do these ones only slow motion. I would rather them be slow moves than fast, as the muscle group is, of course, very important and one that we want to keep in good health. So we're going to glue our elbows to our side, palms facing forward for now. Weights are floating out to the side, whatever is a comfortable endpoint, and then coming back in again. So really listening to what your shoulders have to say about this exercise. We want those muscles to be working, but without pain. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So there's one more piece to this exercise. It is the exact same exercise. I'm just going to change my orientation of my palms. So elbows are glued to the side, same as before. This time palms are facing up. This can be with or without weights, as most of our exercises, of course, are. And let's do this one both together as well. So arms out to the side, into center. Good. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. We are all done with those weights for today. You can set them aside. Maybe you need another drink of water before we get into our stretching portion of the class. And as usual, if you would like to stay and chat for a few minutes after class, I will stay on the call. So feel free to ask me any questions or just stay and say hello after if you're interested. All right, let's get some stretching going. So we're going to start with chest muscles, get a little bit of stretch as we open up with a big breath in, and then bring your hands together, breath out. Do it again. Let's do 3 more times. And 2. And last 1. Good. If that felt good and you want to stay in that positioning for another few stretches, go right ahead. If you want to change it up a little bit, we're going to go shoulders low, hands either interlaced or just gently touching the base of your skull. We're going breath in as your elbows come wide, breath out as your elbows come in towards each other to center. Breath in and breath out. Breath in and out. This next time you might hang out with your elbows wide for a few breaths in and out. So add as many more breaths as you need. And then release your arms down. Good. We're going to come back to that same position for another moment. So shoulders are low, hands are interlaced, not putting pressure on your neck or on your head, but just gently touching your skull. Elbows are pulled to the back just a little bit. And now we're going to do a small side flex. So if this does not feel great and you want to take your hands down and side flex without hands up, that is totally fine, or hands up. We'll hang out here for a breath or 2. And then come back to center and come to the other side. And back to center. Hands can stay here if you're comfortable. If you want to bring them down, that's fine. We're going to do it one more time per side. Maybe with a little side flex, and then maybe with a look up towards the ceiling. Back to center. Same on the other side, side flex. Maybe look up. If your arms are getting tired of being held in that position, you can just take them down to your sides. Good. Back to center. Take your hands around and give yourself a low hug. So hands are touching your opposite shoulder. And from here, we'll do a little bit of extra breathing to start with to bring some extra breath into that muscle group we're stretching. So breath in, like you can expand the area to your mid back, and breath out. So breath in, like your shoulder blades are coming away from each other just a little bit, and breath out to release. And again, we'll stay in this same position, taking some nice, slow, even breaths in and out, and you're going to shoulder check over one shoulder. And then come back to center and shoulder check over the other side. And back to center. Good. Unwind your arms. We're going to rewind them the opposite direction. And this time we're going to look down towards our lap. Hang out here for a few breaths in and out. And then come back to center. And look up towards the ceiling. Doesn't need to be directly overhead. Even about 3 feet in front of you is just fine. And back to center. Good. All right, let's take our hands and either interlace your fingers or place one hand over top of the other, whichever is more comfortable. And just give me a wrist rotation here. And back the other direction. Good, last one like that. All right, you can open up and press your hands forward. Again, maybe it's with interlaced fingers, or maybe it's one hand over top of the other. Just like the last stretch, we're trying to get our shoulder blades away from each other just that bit to add more stretch without bringing our shoulders up by our ears. Good, last one like that. I'm going to add another piece to this stretch, and then we'll put the two together if that's good for you. So for now, hands will be on your lap to do a bit of that cat stretch. So I will leave it up to you if you are able to hinge with a flat back, if that feels best for you. Go ahead and hinge and then slowly come back up. We'll move through that one a few times. If you like more of the cat stretch where you hinge down and then you curl through your spine to come back up, go ahead and do that, adding in some nice big breaths in and out. And then if you want to add our previous stretch, if you don't need your hands for support on your knees, you might take your hands forward, big forward stretch, and then slowly either come up with a extended spine or with that cat stretch. And last one here. Good, and then we'll end class like we began it, just focusing on our breathing. So if you want to close your eyes for the next moment or two, go right ahead. So focusing on your breath, taking a nice even breath in and an equally even breath out. We'll focus the breath first at chest level. So feeling like your chest is expanding with a breath in. And then releasing with a breath out. And then we'll move our breath down into our belly. So imagining that your belly can fill up like a balloon with air. And then you can use your core muscles to squeeze all the air out, belly button to backbone. Nice slow breath in. And an equally slow breath out. Good, we'll do two more like that. And last one. Well, I feel like time flew by today. Our class is done for today. Hopefully you feel the same. Like I said, I'll be here for a few minutes. So if you want to turn on your camera or your microphone and chat for a few, I'm happy to stay. And otherwise, have a good day. Thanks.
Okay, I will see you guys next week.
Okay, thanks everyone. Bye.
Bye.